Well, there are many factors that can cause the need for change. They could be budgetary, they could be legal, they could be some significant natural event. But regardless of what causes the need for change, making a successful implementation of any change requires the entire organization to be committed to making that happen. Well, I think it's important to look at the history of the United States Forest Service. The organization has been in existence for over 100 years. It has a mission based on multiple use principles, but the reality is it hasn't always operated in a true multiple use way. It was basically a timber production, timber extraction agency. The simple reality was that the Forest Service was meeting a very high market demand for forest products and responding to direction from Congress to produce a significant amount of timber. And the reality is that that timber production was beyond the capability of the land to continue to sustain that level of harvest. In other words, the Forest Service was cutting more than the land could grow. Now, this all came to a head in the late 80s, early 1990s, when the environmental groups essentially took the Forest Service to court and through the judicial process essentially stopped the Forest Service from delivering this very significant amount of timber. In order to respond to this, the Forest Service had to look internally and really make some very significant changes. The next 10 years, even continuing on today, the Forest Service makeup in terms of its organizational structure changed significantly. We added many new skills: wildlife biologists, fisheries biologists, archaeologists, sociologists, geologists, and in supplementing that workforce that had historically been foresters and engineers, the Forest Service became more diverse in terms of racial makeup. Women became a significant part of the workforce, and I think today the Forest Service has a leadership makeup that strongly represents gender diversity and strongly represents racial diversity and strongly represents the population base of the United States. I think the Forest Service has been very successful at today is to truly implement a multiple use concept in the Forest Service where those extraction activities, where those timber harvesting activities tend to complement the need to restore the land to an effective functioning ecosystem, to preserve wildlife for habitat diversity, ecosystem diversity, but also for recreational pursuits, to provide opportunities to be in nature and experience nature. And that's something that we've been trying really hard to do with the young people in the United States. We're reminding people that the forest is there for your enjoyment, but also for your health, for the quality of the air, for the quality of the water, for the contributions to preventing significant climate change, and to assure that biodiversity exists for future generations. The forest, wherever it is in the world, is going to be an essential part of maintaining a healthy quality life for the future. And the way you assure that the forest ecosystems continue to provide that multiple benefit is by ensuring that the workforce, and that's whether it's U.S. Forest Service or anywhere in the world, represents the people that are being served by these ecosystems and by these agencies.